Governor Rick Scott has just passed this new rule that would basically take longer for ex-inmates to have their rights restored. So their right to vote will not be restored for at least 5 years after they get out of jail. Okay, and that's for non-violent offenders. When it comes to violent offenders, they have to wait 7 years after they get out of jail to have their voting rights restored. Well,
all right, so
what's the reason behind that?
There's a couple things. Mm-hmm. Well, of course they're going to say these are dirty criminals, and the reason behind it is they, shouldn't have the same rights as people who have, are never went to jail, are not convicted of anything, etc. But the reality is, they believe that felons or ex-felons are more likely to vote Democratic, so they're trying to take away as much of their votes as possible. And the reality is that once you serve your prison sentence, you served your debt to humanity. Now, look, in some cases, I think the prison sentences are too short. Okay, well, then let's make them longer. Like, I see those child molesters come out, my blood boils. I don't know why they're the first ones out. Look, I know that's an exaggeration, and I know that's not how it works, but it seems that way a lot of times when we look at some individual cases. On the other hand, we imprison a gargantuan number of people on nonsense, BS drug charges, and then on top of that, now we're going to take away their rights even after they come out of prison. That doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And just to give you an idea of how many Americans are either in jail or on probation or parole, 1 out of 32 Americans at any given time are either in jail, probation, or parole. That is an insane number. I didn't know it was that high. But yeah, I mean, think about the amount of Americans in jail right now because of drug offenses, okay, because they smoked a doobie and a caught them. Because of that, they're going to lose their voting rights 5 years after they get out of jail? No, that is so wrong. I can't even believe that something like this would be acceptable in any way, shape, or form. As soon as they get out of jail, I think their rights should be restored in any and all cases. Why are you going to punish them further after their jail sentence?
But of course, as you said initially, Anna, this isn't about them. This is about politics. And nearly 1 million people more could have voted in Florida in 2000 if they didn't restrict voting rights, prisoners, felons, etc. And if that had been the case, it would be overwhelmingly likely that Al Gore would have been the president in 2000. And instead, George Bush was. You think this isn't political? Florida's a swing state in every single district. Every vote counts, as we saw in 2000 and in 2004, and we'll probably see it again, in the next election. So they're trying to chip away at any votes they think might go Democratic.